of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Faurot Field in Columbia, Missouri, home of the Missouri Tigers. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. Let's see what he can do with the return. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So the Florida Atlantic Owls offense will have the football first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Well, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each.
Breaks into the open. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to score.
He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophe. Play there. The Owls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. Extending the play. Fires to the tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 15, and that gives him some more room to work. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Under fire. And the sack all the way back at the 5. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Fair catch called for and made. So the Missouri Tigers offense will have its first possession of the game. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down, he started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David. Up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So
Gashing the knee on the right. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Missouri!
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
and you got man-to-man coverage, you're running that curl route, that ball has to come out. You know you're going to get hit. Like, you know you stopped your route, he's going to be right there, but does a great job securing the catch, getting the first down.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football. football, and now they face third down. And the Owls are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They just keep firing. Oh, it's picked off. Bringing it back at the 30. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown, but he's brought down at the 27. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Here's a heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
Punched it out of the air. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes the grab on the left. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Got it behind the line. It's Terrell. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's the pressure. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Moving away from pressure. Just refused to take it out of reverse. Got caught for the safety, and he might spend some time on the bench after that one.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost where you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grabs it in the middle. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. Now the play fake. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return to that small change. They take over at the 43.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake, you huddle the guys up, sudden change, be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. He'll keep it himself. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Short gain on the play before he slides.
You know what, Reese, it is a great play, and I think they were in nickel, so they brought an extra guy on the field that has some speed, take a linebacker that's a little bit slower off the field, and you could see it pay dividends on that third down.
Makes a move. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Well, obviously the offense went 3-and-out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Collins. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They'll run for it on third and short. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
And the defense tried to cheat a little space and get in that neutral zone, but it's still first and goal. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. They've moved him forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's third and goal from the 1. From the gun, wants to pass. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball.
To the end zone, and it's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed behind the line, it's Terry. Running wide open down the gut of the field. He's up, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. San Jose State has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Old Spartan Stadium. They're up by 7 over North Texas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Williams. Slips, slithers, and jukes his way out to the 26. And the Owls come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He'll try to do it himself. There he goes. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Man, he was going to get his jaw jacked. He got down just in time. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a first and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Going to try to get it himself. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36. The Owls line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. He's going to take off. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on first down. Under fire. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, that's not a good sign for this offensive team.
He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. And this one splits the uprights. But wait a second, there's a flag on the field. Let's check that one out.
Looking to kick defense.
Might be the worst case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Columbia. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. He'll sneak it. Got enough for the first.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you...
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some move.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
Coming out with it, it's Madison. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. The touchdown drive cut the deficit last time they had it. Forced the punt. Now a chance to really make this a football game.
And I think if you're the offensive coordinator here, you're revisiting that last drive and asking yourself, okay, what did I call? What worked? What can I keep dialing up so we can keep scoring?
Dang right, because you got the momentum. You're back in this football game. Everything is going your way. Your defense just contributed, so that lead they had, just keep chipping away, and who knows what will happen.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, And it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Got enough space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, and this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
He'll bring it out. It's Madison. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Running back searching for a hole. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. And the Owls can really attack on this 2nd and short. That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. They've built a cushion, they've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Hauls it in. Turning it on. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback.
Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. What will they dial up on 2nd, and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him up.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Let's see what he can do with it. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill. offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. That's the reason why he's...
The defense sort of hurls this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage for a loss. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Wants to go up top on first down. Pocket breaking down. Oh, he's got some space. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. A 1st and 10 for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Plows through the defense. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in this situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a first down. Under fire. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's complete to the right. They will stop him short in the defense, trying to keep him alive. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Dead center perfect. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Steps away to find some room. At the 35, he's got room. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The Owls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quarterback may change this route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. The sure hands, it's Williams. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And that's a big throw by this young man. Like, listen, late in the football game, you've got to make plays. He's been a little bit up and down, but they got to give him the rock. They're going to trust him.
Breaks into the open. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
QB slicing. No gain on the play. Second down.
So now it's second and long. Back to throw, and he's got to do it here late. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up fourth down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you